Welcome back, adventurers. My name is Eli, the Game Master, and this is A Good Day to Die. Last we left off, the group had found an ally in a strange place, a young half-orc by the name of Balrum. What's his name? Adriel, that's the one. I got my medications mixed up because everybody's busting my chops about his name. They found an unlikely ally in the form of a half-orc named Adriel. Nailed it. After recruiting the half-orc, they started making their way into the sewers, where they had 3 more encounters, nearly tapped on all spells and healing spells. They had fought ratlings, found a room full of slaughtered pirates. Blood everywhere. It was terrible. Blood. And then heading into what seemed to be the main flow room, the room where all of the ocean water and sewage emptied out into this area from a massive pipe. They found strange vegetation, roots breaking through the ceiling and crawling down the walls, the fibers of the ends of which were snaking through the cobblestone floors and lapping up the brackish water, doing nothing for the health of the plants, it seemed. Strange lichen growing up the sides of the walls and pulsating with a dark energy. To their horror, especially the horror of Manzerek, he sees his old master, Darrum the Rat Folk Druid, perched on top of a high platform 10 feet up, gripping a rat, opening his mouth, and that same mysterious black ichor pouring out of the orifices of his face and into the rodent. As the group observed this happening, they see Ashes, his dire rat animal companion, near his side, as well as several other of these rats kind of milling about, all of them staggering around in this kind of dark miasma as that same ichor dripped from their tiny rodent faces. And we will go ahead and pick it up there. So, as you step into the room, you are accompanied only by the sound of the rushing water pouring out of the pipe and that echoing drip of the ichor falling from Darrum's face and the skittering of those rodents. Ashes, the dire rat, seems to acknowledge all of you as it turns and stands between where you have entered and his master. But it seems Darrum is not acknowledging you, as if he heard you enter and he is just hyper-focused on what he's doing.
I look over at Darrum, and I look at Ashes. Ashes, come here. Come to me, Ashes.
He turns and looks at you, and like where typically his eyes are that just pure black because he is a rodent, you see that ichor rolling down and matting his fur from his nose, mouth, eyes, and ears. As he looks at you and his haunches raise up, he presents his jagged teeth as he...
I'm going to try to roll handle animal.
You may.
To calm him down. Is it 20 not natural?
You step to Ashes, right? And as you get close to him, Ashes looks up at you, and you see the rodent blink and shake its head as it steps back. You see it kind of like just shifting back and forth as if something's wrong with it. As if it doesn't want to hurt you, and it's fighting some kind of inner drive to just rip you apart. But you are able to get close to Ashes. You're not sure if touching him is a great idea, but he is allowing you to get near.
Is there a roll to be able to see if that's something that we would notice, like if he would be able to get near him? Considering everything that's been going on.
If Manzerek would be able to get near him, you can roll sense motive. And also, everyone remember to turn off the sound on your phones, because that would be rude.
Still can't do it. Huh? What's up?
Did you just text all of us?
Nothing here, nothing at all. Don't mind us.
Sorry, that was...
We're not actively trying to fix stream stuff.
My bad.
As 16.
With a 16 sense motive? With a 16 sense motive, as Manzerek begins to approach, you do have the sense that Manzerek is able to do this, possibly because of an established history and the fact that he is a druid speaking to another animal. But like the rest of you, you're not sure. Like, even if you had the same kind of handle animal, you wouldn't have the same bonuses that he does, if that makes sense.
Yes, I don't think we should step forward. They've got that same, it's the same stuff you have, but they don't look like they're in control.
I will grab my axe and get ready to basically rush it.
If you start to grab your axe, cut you off. Please don't.
I'm not going
Now
after
that
them. I'm just.
How close do you get? Because I would assume you approached.
The other
Yeah,
thing
probably
was,
within like 5-10 feet.
All right.
I would allow Ray Otter to come with me.
I was also doing this whenever you were already that close anyways,
Okay.
of being ready to if needed.
Where are you?
I
Bottom
would've-
of the stairs.
I would've-
Yeah, bottom of the stairs.
I would have said the bottom stairs. Okay.
You move me behind right now. I'm trying to get a closer look.
I would have my dagger drawn and maybe behind her.
Adderall says, fam, I don't have a good feeling about this. What's going on? As you begin to approach.
I just sort of motion for him to be like, shush, shush, shush. Can I identify more, because I'm now seeing it from this is the first time Isaac has seen this.
Mm-hmm.
Can I identify what this might be?
Everything that you have rolled for is everything you have experienced, even though this is different. You're not gathering any more information than what you've already had.
Next level.
Da-da-da.
Well, and that's why I was kind of like, Isaac has never seen this, like, in the flesh, so I don't know if it's like trying to more narrow down, is it poison, curse, little of A, little of B, or disease?
Roll me a knowledge arcana.
I can do that. I might as well have took a 10. I rolled a 10. 17.
You believe this to be more akin to a curse, especially in the way that it's like spreading and how it's affecting people. So like even seeing Darrum like this and the way that he is, you don't suspect this to be any kind of poison or anything. The closest thing that you can feel is a curse, especially since you see that same pulsing negative energy in the plants. So it's not only affecting animals, it's affecting the plants.
Right. And I would sort of say that, like, seeing this for the first time, I believe this to be more of a curse that travels like a disease. Also, not Damon, my froggy friend.
Manzerek?
I wanted to call him...
That almost has some of the same letters.
Almost. Manzerek, I would step away from the vegetation. Like, sort of step away from the wall.
I motion for Rihanna to go down the stairs a little bit, and then I take 5 step forward.
Manzerek.
And I call out to Darrum. Darrum, can you hear me? It is me. It's Manzerek. Do you hear me?
He stands up, tilting his head, right? You see that, like, ichor begin to roll from his face. He blinks a few times. As he looks at you, you see a shimmer of light in those black beady eyes of his, which is something that you couldn't see before, as if that ichor is, like, retreating away. Manzerek? Manzerek, no. Of course you're here, Manzerek. We're in the woods, of course. You're training, yeah, we have to.
I go around Ashes and I embrace Darrum. There's Manzerek. And here, let me help you.
No, you don't. You can hear them, Manzerek. I can hear them. It's weak now because I'm so far away from the head. One of the servants, one of the heads of the servants. I'm so far. It's becoming weak, but I can still hear it. I can still hear them. It's got them. It's keeping them. It's keeping all of them. It's like a dream. No, it's a nightmare, Manzerek. It's a nightmare. Everything that I'm experiencing, everything that they're experiencing, everything that it is. I've seen it. The dark tapestry beyond the veil, the outer space of it. It's cold. It's so cold. It's not like the winters. It's something else. It's something darker, Manzerek. There are so many of them.
So maybe I can roll based on what he just said.
What would you like to extrapolate?
I have no freaking clue.
You can roll me a sense motive, or you can roll me a wisdom check if you'd like.
Insanity?
Let's go sense motive.
Sense motive, heal check, or...
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Oh, heal check?
Yeah, sense motive, a heal check, or a wisdom check.
So a heal check of 26.
With a 26, this is definitely signs of insanity. But it's different. Especially, what did you get again?
26.
26. So, at surface level, with like a 10, you would be like, he is insane. Because you passed that heal check by so much, he recognizes you. He is rambling something that doesn't make sense, but it seems like it's coming from a very real place. Like he's desperately trying to communicate something to you that he just can't grasp hold of. So, like, there is a spark of Darrum still there. Which is something that has never been seen before with the exception of Ragnar.
I don't imagine that he's being quiet, correct?
Darrum?
Yeah.
No, he is speaking full volume.
So, could I maybe roll sense motive to see, like, to try to put together maybe he's talking to see if all the people at Ambrose are still, like, in his head? Like, a collective, if that's what he's referring to.
You may.
I don't want to just come out with that. 14.
With a sense motive of 14, you feel like that may be possible because you do remember them all, once they became infected, had the same kind of countenance about them. They all acted the same. And so when Darrum is speaking about voices and hearing something, and he's referring to them and they, that is a very possible thing. So, like, you suspect that very heavily, but you do not know for sure.
Right. More so, I think Harry's wanting that to be the case.
Mm-hmm.
Just like there's a glimmer of hope. So I'd shout out, "Wait! Can you hear the people of Ambrose? Can you hear Alvarium? Dad, are you there?"
Manzerek, what have you done?
These are my friends. They've come to help me.
Why is he here? No. They know he's here. They know he's here.
Who is here?
You have to save the boy. Manzerek, you have to save. You see that Ichor begin to roll more and more as it seems like he's trying to fight for control and is quickly losing.
Whenever I hear him saying that, is that you behind me?
Yeah.
I ask you if you can swap spots with me.
Sure.
And
I would almost use that opportunity. I'll take 2 steps, like I'll start going up the stairs, like 5 feet mechanically.
I will also say, stay behind me to Perry.
Oh, I straight up just yelled Perry. Run! Run, Perry, run!
You have to save the boy. You have to save him so that he can die. You have to save him so that he can die. The 4 heads of the snake. The 4 heads. There's one under here. It's not mine. It's not mine. Mine's too far. It's focusing. It's trying to take over. Manzerek, the tree, Manzerek. Gah!
Is there anything to hide while that's happening?
The channel of water.
I'm like grabbing his face the whole time, like trying to like focus on him.
I hide behind Brad.
I am asking.
Where's my die? It disappeared.
Or like literally try to hide.
Yeah, literally trying to hide with a 29.
Hops on back, crouches down.
Part of his backpack.
You grab his face. He stands up, forcing you to reach up just a touch. He grins this sinister grin, showing off his buck teeth as his eyes turn and his head begins to shift with an unnatural strength.
I will scream, get away from him.
Get away from him! Yeah, both of us at the same time.
I will roll a strength check to try to maintain his look at me. With a 9,
Nailed it!
I rolled pretty good.
Your whole person just shifts through
It's
his
just
head.
30 pounds is just, oh, this is weird.
As he turns, he's looking at you, but you feel him looking through you. You know he's addressing Perry. Perry. He says in a voice that is not his own.
Is it a familiar voice?
It is.
So, I'm not going to do this to, like, distract, but the entire time he's doing it, I'm yelling, like, come back to the light.
Perry. Oh, poor Perry. Don't hide from Daddy. Let me see you, boy. Let me see you.
Get rid of him. He's not who he was.
We need out of this room. I will back up towards the door to where he can just get out. Despite whether he can see him or not, I don't know.
I will take up the top of the stairs next to Rayado and ready action for if either one of those two try to pass me.
Sounds like a rush.
Not yet.
You begin to leave? Oh, it seems, Manzerek, you have found a coward in Harry, running away in the time you need him most.
There's nothing wrong with walking away from violence.
Unfortunately. He reaches up and, like, as you're, like, holding him, he holds you. He leans in and in Darrum's voice, he says, "You cannot run away from this." And I will need the group to roll for initiative.
I rolled high on the initiative, and I'm ready to be last in the party.
Oh, you won't be. It's fine. Well.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
I'm ready. It's fine. It's fine.
Perry.
16.
I'm not last in the party.
What's your initiative?
Not by much.
8.
I assume you...
16 as well, but he'll go before me.
I'm actually third.
9.
Oh.
I'm second.
25.
Yeah.
Cheese and crackers.
There it is. There it is.
18.
Nice.
Hey.
I rolled a 19.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What? Max just slyly changes his character sheet to Dom.
Oh, dude. This fight would be over in about 3
out,
seconds. Dude. It'd be a half a turn, and I'd just be like, oh, what did I miss?
At level 4?
Well, not level 4.
Not there.
But
Like the as is Dom.
the level 18 or whatever he is like.
I just want to point
I
out.
think we hit 20 by now.
I just want to point
I
out
didn't level him up all the way though.
that I felt he was going to pick you up and like headbutt you to start everything. And I was like, oh dear God, no.
I'm expecting to get mountained here, by the way. Just like this, and like crush my head in.
Anywho.
Stop. Top of the initiative, Manzerek.
I refuse to fight. However, I do try to remove his hands from my head.
Escape artist.
What? Yeah. What would that be?
Either escape artist or combat maneuver bonus, whichever is higher.
Escape artist. It is. 15.
You do successfully.
Okay. I just kind of. But I refused. I will not draw my weapon against him.
You don't have to.
Rayado will not attack him unless I am attacked.
Okay.
So,
Do you take any other actions?
no. I just continue to stare him down and I continue to plead with him.
Dr. Tone.
So, the entire time when everyone's like freaking out, Dr. Tone almost had this like, not sinister, but calm, cool, collected. Well, this is interesting. So I would actually reach out. I was like, and who might we be addressing now? I say to the character.
In Aqua for some reason.
No, I say it. I don't know what language they speak. Is the stereotypical train coming up?
Of course.
Of course, of course. Can I get... Sorry. Can I get to the top of the stairs, but not on the platform itself, so that way I'm still 10 feet from Ash? Draw my chain whip, and I do not have the moral dilemma that Manzerek does, so I will ready a whipping action against the Ash if Ash decides to attack.
You may. Stepping to the top of the stairs, you unfurl your whip. It echoes out.
Asking that question.
He is going to take a free 5-foot step back. He begins to chant in tone as he points at the ground. Do you have the...
Of course it is.
Yes.
He said,
Floor becomes
as he
lava.
goes to the floor.
What if the floor was lava? It'd be kind of.
You've dealt with things like that before.
Yeah.
We saw it as a child. That's true.
Yes. Oh, okay, that's fine. I can make it happen on here.
For tonight?
No, the tonight.
Fascinating.
That's not where he is.
Why is that not?
It's not very.
Oh, I'm looking at this thing back.
Everything is dumb.
I can see it.
Yeah, but it's not like...
As on fire as you'd like it to be.
Well, I just want like an indication, but it's not doing what I want it to do.
Is it an ongoing effect?
What the heck?
Could always be.
Why is that a thing?
Is that plasma?
Stop it.
You got this.
So, in that circle...
That's just stay there. That's fine.
It went out.
Huh?
That's okay.
What? Oh, what else?
Fire.
Oh,
Yeah, that was on purpose, my guy.
why make the fire? That important.
I do not care.
Was there a girl?
Ladies and gentlemen,
He
you're
might
about to
not be
see
able
what
to reach you,
happens
but I
when Eli
can.
throws someone through a window.
We don't even.
There's not even a window here.
There isn't a window in here.
There is soon to be one. An Amos-shaped window.
Through some break point renovation, Eli will make a window.
So, chaining a tone, he points at the ground. You see this satchel on the side of his hip open up as if on its own, as these like small plumes of what look to be pollen jet out and fall all around him. And from the very dead stone itself, live vines begin to jet up and encompass that entire area, and I will need a reflex save.
Does that touch the stairs?
The circle is there for you to see.
Barely.
No, it does
I
not.
fail. What happens?
You are entangled. The vines grip and wrap around everything, including him and Ashes, but it seems that he can still move freely through it. That is going to be his turn.
Like a spider through a vine. Or through a web.
Ashes begins to move. You may make your attack.
I declared if Ashes attacks him. So
Oh, then
it would be after the attack.
Then no, Ashes is not going to attack him. Free 5-foot step. Ashes walks over in front of Ray Otto, Damon, and Dr. Tone. As you see him kind of heave, he opens his mouth and that black ichor spews in a cone towards the three of you, and I will need all three of you to roll me a reflex save.
Did it say if he attacks you or just attacks?
I think you said attack.
I feel like this would be an aggressive action, which would be deemed attacking.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Fort, you say?
Reflex.
Oh,
That's terrible.
You need
Still
a-
maybe?
You need reflex and reflex.
You're not even there.
still maybe. 17.
Yeah.
That will save.
Throwing that one.
That will not.
Rayado eats it.
10.
And that will also not. So you take half, the rest of you take full of this. You all take 8 points, except for you, you take 4, of cold damage. As this thing spews out and it washes over all of you, I will also need all 3 of you to make a fortitude save.
Even if I make the reflex?
No.
Okay.
Just you 2 then.
Does my raid action still go up?
I vouched for it at the beginning. Okay. I was like, you want to hit him? And you were like, no! And now you're like, yes.
That's not 11. That's not how that works. 9?
9 will not strike the rat.
Should.
25.
You good.
That's perfect.
It is also good.
I told him, bro. He's like, why?
Did he ask why?
Yes.
Oh, sweetheart. You can't make baby noises if you're not going to pay attention.
I'm trying to figure out how to keep track of my speed on the
Oh, that's pretty easy. I can show you.
It's right here.
You're telling me why you're not paying attention. The fact is, you're not paying attention.
Sorry, did you say something?
There's going to be 2 windows.
Perry!
He's gonna put you back through the house.
He is a spellcaster.
Yeah, but
Apparently a druid.
I want to
was
make
different
sure I stated I walked back towards the door so Perry could go through the door.
That's fine. Everything's fine.
So my question is are we through the door or not?
We're right there. That's fine.
Can you not see this?
It's right there, McGann. Pre-roll. But
Stated before the roll that we backed up. I was backing up to the door for him to
Is
run
it the
through.
door 5 feet sideways?
No, y'all are right there. The door's right here.
It's fine. I am going to attempt to daze the rat.
You may attempt to
Rat
daze the
folk.
rat. The rat folk or the
He's
rat?
humanoid.
Okay.
Humanoid rat folk.
Which he can daze.
If he's 4 hit die or less.
He is not 4 hit die or less.
So I try.
Okay.
And it, nothing.
You chant in tone, you point at the rat folk as it hits and washes over and he just unflinching.
So then I'll use my move action partially to store. Actually, I'm not going to be able to move, so I can use half my move action to store. I use the other half to pull out a wand.
Of course you can. Damon.
Rat demon.
I don't want to step on these vines. I saw what they did to the frog.
I know
It's hurtful.
I'm going to move up 3 5-foot step just outside the vines. I'm going to attack the
Little.
What is he?
his name's Ash.
Very good.
Well, what is he?
I don't know what he is,
He's
but I
the
know his
mayor for all
name.
you know.
He's the mayor of Rat
He's
Town.
the dude's familiar.
It's not a familiar. He tries so hard. We love him so much.
That's even better.
But he's never played a ranger or a druid, so he wouldn't.
Hang on. It's better.
1.
Oh no, I accidentally stepped in the thing and now I'm entangled.
And there it is.
So you begin to run up. As you get near the lichen on the wall, you feel it like shift and touch your back. As it does so, you kind of give one of those, as you step forward and the vines reach up, wrapping around your ankles and calves.
Too easy.
Too easy. Do you take any other failed actions?
Thanks. No, I do not.
Ragnar.
Oh, Lord. Okay. I asked Perry, what was your father?
Apparently one of the greatest wizards known to mankind.
Do you think he has something to do with possessing this thing? It's a rat.
They just can have this whole fucking moment when we were
But
dying over
it
here.
called you son.
My dad was possessed by the Acre. That's what most of these things.
So I would ask
My dad was
to myself, I guess more internally, like, does the Icker combine all of them together? As I debate on whether or not to go up. I will not actually do
Okay, you take no actions?
No.
Okay.
More of an internal thing.
Save our friend.
So Ragnar's sitting there pondering. He's like, candy's dandy, but the Ickard's cool. So,
Boom!
It's a role-playing game. He should role-play being a better DM.
You didn't say that.
Let's just go home. I'm done.
At top of the initiative, Manzerek.
I will try to move. What do I need to roll?
Reflex save.
I'm escape on straight line.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, it's not there anymore. You're not the negative.
What's a 25?
25? Oh yeah, you good.
And I take a 5-foot step forward.
And I continue. You cannot take a free 5-foot step.
I it's difficult for me. I move 5 feet.
Okay.
And I continue. I do not draw my weapon. Leave. I'm going, I guess, roll a diplomacy or something like that.
It is an escape artist check. I apologize.
Okay. I'm going to keep that roll.
Okay.
It was a 24 instead of 25.
You take a point of damage, by the way.
And I'm going to continue to play with him. Diplomacy. I'm not good at diplomacy.
Especially under pressure.
I'm a fraud. It's a 15.
With a 15, what'd you say?
Please, come back to the light. Remember Ghostwright. Remember the druids.
There are no gods here, including yours.
That's true.
It's what I've been saying this whole time.
This is an empty box. Do you take any actions?
Put a string in it.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
He's going to move the 10 feet, provoking an attack of opportunity, if you'd like to take it.
I will not attack.
Ooh.
He reaches into his cloak. He produces a golden flute. This flute has intricate designs all down the length of it. And they are of what look to be rodents running in a line and then raising up onto their hind legs and dancing towards the end. Taking the flute, he raises it up to his mouth and he's
going to summon a rat swarm.
He's going to roll a performance check first. Because that's a thing you have
Is he
to
a
do.
bard now?
Does he have to use magical device?
Yeah,
you
does he
don't
have to?
necessarily have to.
Oh no, you don't have to.
Oh.
That's only for like if you just
Scrolls and...
yeah. Well, not even. It's just I just read up on scrolls because I have a scroll of Sphere of Fire. That's for if you don't have that
You're not
particular.
trained, yeah. Well, that's how rogues can use scrolls.
As he begins to play, you see the rats that have so far been kind of benign, just kind of chilling out on the ground watching all this go on. As he begins to play, they raise up on their haunches. You see them begin to swarm out from every nook. They have nukes! Every nook and cranny of this entire area and begin to descend on all of you.
I'm not okay with that.
Not all of you, because not all of you are in the immediate area.
I like to say no to that. So,
Just roll of fire.
My bad, it was not his turn.
So I'm not in the rat swarm quite yet.
Not quite yet. You may take your action before you are in Rat Swarm Town.
I will move.
My bad. Yeah.
So I need you to kill him as much as I don't want him to.
Good news and bad news, buddy.
Okay, good.
Good news is, I'm not yet in a rat swarm.
I am incapable of killing him.
Well, yeah, with a stick.
I have a problem.
Don't we all?
Because I
Is
know.
it rat related?
No, I know the likelihood of a druid being able to make a DC 15 whiz save, or will save.
So anyway.
Save versus whiz.
Do it. Saber side.
Best thing ever.
Also, my last level 2 spell slot.
Listen, I cast something that I'm pretty sure wasn't worth anyways.
How many spell slots did you use to do it?
But
Go on. I can attack and then move backwards, right?
I mean, yeah, you can make an action and then
Dope.
standard and move.
Dope. Seeing Manzerek trying to diplomatize and get Darrum back, can I use diplomacy as well, but sort of reverse it and be like talking to this force that's over-empowered Darrum and be like, do you really think you hold that much power in this realm and domain? Diplomacy of 25?
To accomplish what specifically?
I guess trying to make it back away. Sort of more of trying to show Darren that it's not as strong as he is, as well as trying to talk to it and distract it.
I got you. Okay. So with that, if Manzerek would like to make another diplomacy check, I'm going to give him +2.
Right now.
Not right now, just in his next, yeah.
And
Because you definitely have got it like focusing on you.
and foreseeing potential futures that may happen immediately, can I move just 5 feet down the stairs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah.
and just for reason, suddenly the rat swarm appears there instead.
I mean, fair play.
Take another action.
Was that a standard action to do the diplomatizing?
Yes.
Then yes.
Okay.
No action.
As you call it out, you see it turn and look at you. You can tell you've definitely got its attention as you're just kind of like, and just kind of back down the stairs. You're like, Adriel in the back reaches into his satchel and he produces a potion. He says, "Oh, this is worth it." As he takes a drink, and he disappears.
Got another one?
Unfortunately not.
Then Darrum's going to stand back, summon Rat Swarm. Rat Swarm is going to attack Damon and Rayado, dealing 1 point of damage to Damon and 6 points of damage to Rayado.
Oh no.
Ow.
And then the Rat Swarm swarms around Ragnar and Perry, dealing 5 points to Ragnar and 5 points to Perry. Ashes is going to attempt to attack Damon.
What kind of attack is it?
It is a bite attack.
So piercing?
Sure. Does a 29 hit you?
Yes.
I'm sorry. He said does a 20.
No, I heard.
Dealing 7 points of damage as he sinks his fangs just into your thigh. And his little feet grab hold of your leg and hold you in place as he just gnaws onto you. By the way, he is 3 feet long to give you kind of an idea how big this rat is.
It's a rat.
He is a rat. Up next, Perry. Rat lobster.
None of my spells are infection.
However,
Yeah, I will take a 5-foot step back. There are swarms. I'll take an additional 5 feet back.
you step back and you're like, "Ooh, that's still ugly," and you back up even more.
And I will use my wand to hit Darrum.
You may.
dealing 3 points of force damage.
Ooh.
That's 3 points less than you already had.
Noise.
First blood
Ooh.
on him.
So a small orb jettisons from the end of the staff. It slams into Darrum, and he doesn't really seem to like bother with that. Yeah. Do you take any actions?
Nope.
Damon.
Alright. I'm only stuck in place. That's down my.
It'd be an escape artist check to get out if you'd like.
Yeah. Escape artist? Oh yeah, it would be. I can't use like combat maneuver because it's not a combat related.
Break free is a move action. You can make a strength or escape artist check.
Are they the same DC?
Yes.
Oh.
Everything?
Yeah.
Together? Gracious.
I rolled a 3,
Yeah, I figured.
and my escape artist is -4, so you do straight strength check.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't break it.
I know. You take a point of damage.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Oh, is that easy all the time?
You never asked.
I know I make it out like I'm god of this world. I can only make suggestions in the real world. What is a god to a non-believer? I take no damage.
With that,
Coincidentally. Okay. Damon curses as he tries to break free, but he cannot.
I want to
He can't do anything else.
You can name it.
Well, it could be a move action to try to break free. You
Oh,
still
okay.
have the standard
Then I
action
am
to
gonna try
attack.
to attack him.
The rat.
Yes.
Beat their head to death.
17?
17 will not strike the rat. As you swing at it and it kind of lets go of your leg and shifts back through the vines, it is moving just as freely through the difficult terrain as Darrum is.
Okay.
You have a -2, but why?
Because I'm a tank.
Ragnar.
Hey.
Oh.
Um.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's a long jump.
Am I able to back up to the wall where the tree roots are at and
Oh,
then take
yeah.
a running start?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Sure. And if anybody wants to argue, I could just say he moves here and then does it, so. Yeah, so.
As master of the realm, you can make that.
Yeah, I know, but like if people are watching and they're like,
So you can't see tokens.
The fact that you're making fun of people. 21.
that does clear it.
Oh no.
Am I able to move anymore?
That whole rat worms.
I have 40.
Yes, you still have 20 feet of movement.
So 10, 20?
Yes. That would get you to the top of the stairs.
Okay.
Because you could move at a 45 if you wanted to be here, and that would still be the same amount of movement.
Alright.
So, Ragnar's here, by the way.
That was fast.
So, you kind of take a step, you look at Perry, and you're like, I trust you. As you just jump over the thing and leave him there amongst the rats, and you're like, see ya!
Now they have one target.
They have two.
All the rats just like in unison watch Ragnar leave, and then they're like,
Yep.
I feel like they do that, and then they go, and then they look at Dr. Tongue because they're both the same distance apart.
Yeah.
yeah. So you start making your way up the stars. Do you take any other actions?
I do not.
All right, Manzerek.
I am going to. Do I need to do another reflex save to be able to move freely?
Or escape artist.
Okay. Every time that I'm in there.
Correct. And you will take a point of damage at the start of your turn for every time you're in there.
That's a 21.
You are free to move.
Okay, I will take that damage. I move next to him.
It is still difficult terrain, but here or here? Or
Uh,
here? Or here? Or here?
No, let's go 5 feet. Yeah, like, yeah. And I continue to diplomatize with him.
You may.
So it's a plus 2.
Roll 20.
Yeah, do it. Too easy.
18.
And it's still 20.
Looking good.
That's a 20, not natural.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see a 0.
He gave me +2 as well. And you added that.
That's a 16, not an 18.
It is a
That was an 18.
Yeah, this is
It
16.
would have been nicer if it was.
It looks really like close to me.
It looks like
It's
26. I ain't gonna lie.
irritated now.
It's the worst thing ever. 20-sided dice got 26 on it.
Get out of here!
Wait, no, that's a 7. That's a 76.
Imagine you're rolling like 18, 19, 7, and then you randomly go, oh, that's an 82 to hit. I'm sorry.
So we gotta pump up those numbers. Those are some dumb numbers.
Jesus Christ.
I rolled 50 to hit, I rolled 20 to hit, I did 89 points in damage total.
He's been dead a long time.
The third arrow killed him. Why did you shoot him with the other four?
I feel like he's debating on what
I don't like the barbarian running at me.
Not raging yet.
So, if that doesn't do anything, Rayado is in fight after watching. So he's going to take a 3 5-foot step and begin to eat Ash.
Huh?
So
Does he have the barrel?
no, he doesn't. But
They're irons.
Ooh, never
They are
mind.
the same size.
So is a 6 hit?
No,
Is a 13 hit?
no,
I don't think so. I rolled really bad.
No.
Very frustrated.
none of those hit.
I watched that try.
Talk a big talk and did not walk the big walk.
I mean, you are 2 foot tall, so.
Is this
Do you or Riado take any actions?
Okay.
He is going to provoke an attack of opportunity from you. No?
Loser.
Here is safe.
There.
Here's a good place.
Okay.
Here's a good place. Okay.
I'm just gonna keep following him around like a sick puppy. Just be like, stop what you're doing. What are you doing?
Start tapping with this thing. Come back.
Come back to the light. Come back to the light. I don't want to hit you with my sword. Come back to the light.
So you rolled a 20
Spray
diplomacy?
bottle.
Not natural.
No.
So,
the darkness.
with that 20 diplomacy, he stops, he pulls the flute away. As he does so, the rats immediately disperse.
Oh.
Hold up.
Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
He looks at the flute when you say that, right? On his turn, you see it rush back over him. As he pockets the flute, runs around next to Asher. Ash. Sorry, my buddy's name's son is Asher.
That's a good name.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I
sent
would
it
assume
through-
that most people are named.
I sent it through the Eli translation matrix and figured out what he meant.
Yes. It wasn't a hard translation.
It really wasn't.
After dealing with me for so long, I'm pretty sure that was easy.
That's true.
I'm still working on my thing.
Look at your texts.
Delaney has it down pat.
Sometimes it's still like, oh, malfunction.
404. What's going
Error
on?
404.
He chants and tones. He points at the vegetation. You see that same pouch on the side plume out as that pollen shoots out and falls over the vegetation that's already there. You see the plant life grow thicker and heavier as spikes, or thorns, as they're known to be called, begin to form over the vegetation. Plant spikes.
Plant spikes.
I moved him right into attack range of Damon.
You sure
lay
did.
down.
I'm a big fat dumb.
We do
Anyway.
chess rules.
You removed your hand.
He's gonna cast on the defensive.
I say we go
Oh!
bad for the
Nat 20!
Yep.
Pollen. Ash is going to try to kill you before you attack his master.
Not good.
Would you like to take an attack of opportunity
Oh,
against the ROUS?
hells yeah.
I watched that tragedy unfold in 2
I can't spell that for some reason.
I did it for you.
22.
22 will strike your opponent.
Jolly well better.
What'd you roll to get that? Just curious.
A 16. 14 points of damage.
Delicious.
That's it.
Max damage.
As you slice into Ash, he screeches out from the wound. That black ichor shoots all over you, dealing 2 points of cold damage. And I will need a fortitude save.
We have to kill Damon.
Well.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
12.
12 will save.
Okay.
Oh.
However, there is no save for that 2 points, by the way.
Well then.
Okay, does Ash take any other actions? No, it does not. Harry.
Perry is going to leap the canal of urine.
Okay. You know what you need to roll to clear it?
20.
Yeah, actually,
Okay. With a running start.
Yeah.
it doubles the DC. Unless you're only 80
52.
You good, my
Oh,
dog?
you did it one.
Do you want to do 5 foot here and then run? Which would put you here? Pick it up.
And then I'm gonna
Switch. Roll test.
Not in the tray.
4 points in damage.
Ooh. I don't know what I was trying to write down.
That's what you rolled whenever it fell down. Oh, yeah, that's what I said.
As the 4 points of damage slams into Darrum, he still is wholly not super interested in what you're doing, but he seems to be becoming more agitated. Like a chattering child that won't leave him alone while daddy's trying to do something. Do you take an action?
I feel like me and Dylan, you both understand what that feeling is like. For very different reasons.
Damon.
Oh, guess what I'm gonna do?
And similar reasons.
Something to look forward to.
Man, don't you to summer camp for forever. I know.
Yeah,
I'm a
so
jacket.
you send those kids home after that week.
Not the staff, you don't.
David lashes out
You
at
are
the
exactly
Radigan.
You remain in the thick growth?
Yes, I will remain in the thick
Okay, then you take a point of damage.
growth. I don't remain in the thick growth.
Okay, then I'll need a strength check or an escape artist to get out.
Strength check.
Also, the DC has increased because the foliage has gotten thicker.
With damage hasn't.
Not even gonna bother. No, I may as well try because there's always a chance.
Nah, okay. Nah, okay.
It is your move action to do so.
That's
Well,
Okay.
guess he's stuck.
Alright, lash out because I'm 17.
17 will not strike your opponent as you swing at the rodent and do not make contact with the rodent. Do you take any actions?
Negative.
Ragnar!
Kill it.
Stomp.
Question
Uh-huh.
is do I have to roll as soon as I go inside of it
Yes.
to be entangled?
Correct.
That's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
He also just
Can you slice through the vegetation?
I was just about to suggest, could just jump.
That's what I'm gonna attempt to do because
It'll get you close.
you
Just do a
know.
Baldur's Gate 3 jump.
Yeah.
So
DC 20 athletics. I'm not the game.
Axe,
I'm not-
crossbow, dead goblin.
I feel like you've done that.
No, Haven has done that.
Oh yeah.
He also wears a Speedo. I don't know where he keeps them.
So I'm gonna move to the top of the stairs.
Huh?
Up to the top of the stairs. I'm gonna try and just jump here.
Do you want to say?
You play your character however you like. I was going to say you can attempt to get here if you'd like,
I mean, I'm sure. I
but
could
you'll
probably-
only get as far as whatever you roll.
Oh, okay. I will attempt to go that far. I thought it was
You can
either-
attempt to go anywhere. You'll just land wherever your roll puts you.
Okay, then I will attempt to get beside him.
Okay,
There.
so that is without a running start.
Yeah, that's a 25.
That will put you here. So you land at a 45-degree angle away from Darrum. Darrum looks at you with a sense of, oh no.
I'll rage.
As he looks at you, you roar out. Everyone else sees Ragnar's arms begin to distend that crunching noise as that same black ichor rolls from your face. When you rage, the world begins to blur around you. You look at Darrum, right? And you have a very familiar sense of who this is. Ragnar begins to kind of fade away as this rage takes over and washes over you. He looks at you, and in a similar voice you hear, or in a similar voice to yours, you hear, "What are you doing?" without Darrum even speaking a word.
I could ask the same of you.
He's mine.
I've claimed him. And then I'm going to power attack him. Nat 20.
Oh!
Oh
no! Declare power attack too.
Not my friend!
Y'all heard me say decapitate, you don't know?
Call shot.
No! I don't think you need to call the shot though.
That could only be so much better. It's a 23 to confirm.
That will confirm the critical strike.
Is it battle axe sensitive?
I am concerned as Harry.
Stop it! He does one thing and he does it well.
Oh no!
So that's
Gosh.
54.
Did you roll your 1d6 on top of everything?
It's 5.
Yeah. But that doesn't double. The 1d6
No, it does not.
Okay. And you said 54? 55. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! No!
Add an additional 3 to that. I forget that I have.
Still alive.
I forget that I still have the killer trait that adds to your modifier whenever you crit, and it's a 3.
Stop. Anyway. You swing. You hit into Darrum hard. As you do so, that black blood sprays onto you. You take 2 points of cold damage, but no fortitude save. As it washes over you, Darrum grabs his stomach. As you see this blade hit into your rat folk master, he comes off of his feet. As you hold him there, and then you just rend it from him, letting him drop. His legs shake as he looks up at you. And he doesn't respond, and you just see that ichor flowing out from around his hands, just pouring onto the
You would
ground.
just hear me laughing, just cackling in the.
I told you already.
Do you take any other actions?
I cry.
No, he cries.
Manzerek.
I yell no.
No.
Just like that.
Just like that. And roll the escape artist. No, I do not move.
Oh yeah, do I have to roll to be entangled?
Yes. To see if you are
And that takes that point of damage. Rayado continues to attack Ash. That's gonna miss. That's a nat 1. And that's gonna miss.
It was not having a good day.
Max is not having a good day.
Thanks,
My
Harry.
switch, my
He's
dad.
having a particularly tough day.
It's not often that you get fought over.
One friend starts saying that he owns you. Another friend says that he's trying to protect the guy that wants to kill you.
Why do you hate me?
I'm about to try to grapple
And
you.
his family's a bunch of half-orcs, so you know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sorry, these are things I should know.
It says creatures being entangled in Peen's movement does not entirely prevent it unless bonds are anchored to an immobile object or tethered to an opposing force.
Which I would argue is the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, you do not move.
What is the roll to be entangled? Three cards.
Escape artist.
When I first go into it?
Oh, when you first go, when it's first cast, it is
Oh.
reflex. But because you're entering into it, if you go to move, you'll have to roll an escape artist or strength check. Whichever is higher there, buff boy. Where are we at? Oh yeah.
So I've done my turn.
Okay.
I am going to roll a diplomacy. I should have done that.
You also have a raptor.
Nat 1.
Raptor.
What do you say?
Oh boy.
More of the same. Just like, please, come back to the light. even though you don't know.
You say that, even
Yep, you said that.
Word for word.
Boozer is good.
And keep it for you.
And Rayana.
Rayano tried to
It was a
attack
4,
missed
a
every-
nat
No,
1.
I rolled a nat 1 for Rayano, so like do whatever you want with that.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah.
4 nat 1 and a nat.
That's not delicious.
I'm gonna switch them. Roll dice.
That's the one you wrote.
Does a 12 hit?
No.
Good. The 2 is beside the 20, by the way. Yeah, so it was like.
What do you say?
Plus 10 exists.
I don't even have that.
Oh,
Yeah, but you have a 54. That's 57, sorry.
He also rolled a 12 on the dice.
Yeah, I know. That's
Ash is a scary rat.
Ain't scary for dead.
Was.
No rat's scary for dead. Ouch.
Show him what?
A dead rat. It's not scary. I like this move. This is a good move.
Oh.
Why is there this? Who's cold?
Adriel appears on the other side of Ash, giving him the flank condition with Damon. He is going to attempt to strike the rat. Oh, he's just made out of axe. He swings with his scimitar. It sinks into the carapace of the rat. Rats don't have carapaces. He sinks into the hide of the rat, but it doesn't seem to make any real purchase or penetrate as he's like, Ka! He's like, I'm glad I used an invisibility potion for all that. Cockney accent. Dr. Tone.
He just lost focus.
I don't know what you want.
Loyalty.
I don't have precise form, so I can't do that.
Destruction.
How hurt is David?
Blood. I'm sorry?
How hurt is David?
I am.
I don't have the eyes yet.
I'm bruised and battered, but I'm still pretty solid. Definitely bleeding out of the leg.
Will you stop?
Third time's a charm, baby.
7 hit points.
That works.
As I take a 5-foot step, and
Butt smack.
that's the one.
You can't take 5 foot steps, sorry.
He can move 5 feet.
You don't know how long my legs are. I got hooked hooves. You don't know what that's about.
Who behooved you?
I don't even have feet, Glenn. You want to talk about that?
right? My God.
Huh?
Difficult terrain.
Uh-huh.
Going up the stairs.
Uh-huh.
Can't take. You didn't
Uh-huh.
say free 5 foot. You're good.
I healed.
Technically incorrect speak can still happen.
I healed Damon for 7 hit points.
That's what happened.
I end my turn.
The golden chain glows. Which hand? Right?
Right.
Okay. The golden chain glows as you step up behind Damon and you give him one of those positive butt slaps. You feel a little more energetic in your wounds.
I'm back in the game, coach.
Yeah, boy.
using my spell of inflict light wounds to do it, so it's just like this almost hurt, but it did.
But it didn't.
That's the meat part.
I could show you the world.
I had so many plans for all these spells.
And
now they're gone.
Like, kinda.
they're not gone.
They are gone. He can't go anywhere.
You hit him so hard you knocked the
He
spell out.
literally can't go anywhere.
Well, he's got a bunch of buff spells that I was going to start using when he's half health, but he went from 90% to less than 1% real fast. Not less than 1, but
One.
More or less.
down to 2%.
Oh.
Almost exactly.
So we get like 4.
Wonderful.
He had 100.
Wonderful. I'm sorry, whose turn? Do you take another action?
100%.
Okay.
Is it his turn?
He is going to take a free 5 foot because he can do that because it is not difficult terrain for him. Yes.
It's still within my attack radius.
So. Okay.
Passes the
It's gonna have to.
He's not casting. He reaches over, he grabs Manzerek, he opens his mouth wide, and he attempts to bite Manzerek.
Oh. He's gonna vampire you. Is that a 1?
Nat 20.
Damn.
Crit threat. Nat 1 to confirm.
Nose raise, good.
You take a single point of damage.
Okay.
I will need a fortitude save.
You better roll high.
Roll it. Roll it.
Fortitude.
You better roll high.
I'm made of fortitude.
Roll
No,
a
you're not.
17 or higher.
That is a lot.
Nat 20.
Hey.
He bites into you. As he does so, he pulls back, right? He says, and this is my gift to you, Manzerek. As he says so, you feel this chilling feel roll through your entire body. As if something is trying to, like, impede or even make its way into your skin. You feel it begin to chill around the bite wound and even try to make its way up to the base of your skull. As you close your eyes and you focus, you feel this glow wash over you. You feel the power of Gozra that you have felt before. You feel nature all around you, from the very vines rising up along the wall to the roots that descend down from the ceiling. And as you close your eyes and focus on that, you feel it begin to seep out of the wound, and that same ichor drops to the floor. He looks down at it, he looks up at you with like a look of terror on his face. Like genuine surprise.
You know the words.
No, that is not what I say. But
Say
carry
the line,
on.
say the
That is-
line.
No, I have something that I want to say when it's my turn.
I really like this stuff.
Perry.
Sorry.
Oh wait, Ash gets a turn, doesn't he?
I
Has Ash won? Did Ash go?
suggest you
I don't
say
think
that.
so.
Please don't kill me.
Ash is going to attempt to bite at Rayado.
That's fine.
Does a 19 hit Rayado?
Oh, it does.
Oh.
So first.
Oh no.
Dealing 7 points of
No,
damage.
Pikachu.
And I will need a fortitude save from Rayado.
That's eradicate.
Fortitude save.
Yes.
Eradicate.
It's going to be a
Eradicate.
22.
Eradicate.
That's fine.
With butt teeth, that's
Ash rears up on his hind haunches and he just kind of like clashes with Rayado as the two animal companions begin to bite and gnaw at each other, clawing into each other as they struggle and fight. Perry.
And I'm gonna shoot a little rocket.
pew, pew, pew.
5
Points of damage.
points of damage.
Wonderful.
At Darrum.
Darrum.
Max damage. I did it all. Just kidding.
I killed it.
I killed him.
Suddenly there's a shell.
Just-
Got him.
As Darrum looks away from you in surprise, right? Suddenly you see him, his eyes widen, and he, as that orb shoots from the wand and slams into his back. He grabs hold of you, and you feel him grip, trying to hold himself up as he slowly begins to drop and collapse at your feet. When he does so, he falls onto his hands and feet, or onto his hands and knees, as he begins to heave and cough. He does that 3 or 4 times as suddenly that black ichor pours from his mouth, out from his eyes, down his nose, and it's almost as if it's purging from his body. As it does so, you see it turn from that black and then shift to red. You see as that black ichor hits the ground, it fizzles and then just slowly dissipates into just a thin cloud. And all that's left beneath Darrum is a pool of blood. You see all the rats begin to convulse around him. They give out this hideous screeching noise as they all do the same, purging that ichor from their bodies, and even Ash begins to do the same thing. Ash heaves, coughing, and then shakes his head. Instead of blood pouring out of his mouth, it's just the ichor. As Ash kind of moves away from Rayato, looking up at him, and it seems the two animals have like this understanding where Rayato is no longer combative against Ash, as if Rayato is looking at a different animal.
I would run up and just, I have almost instinct stabilize.
Are we out of combo?
Yeah, that's kind
We're out
of...
of combo.
Okay, so I'll run up and stabilize the rat folk by casting the spell Stabilize.
So, what's the range on that?
It's a touch.
Okay, so you do have to wade through the vegetation
So-
to get there, so it will take you some time.
I would just
Roll
do
me
it myself.
So, both of you roll me a heal check. 19?
I got a 17 by rolling a 5.
So you go to stabilize his wounds, both of you. So as he like goes to fall, you drop down to a knee with him. You begin to kind of hold the wound, the massive axe wound, as the blood begins to roll out from it, stepping up with him, your knowledge of medicine and your magical prowess. As you do so, his wound stops bleeding. But it seems like Darrum's life force is slipping away, as if it's being drawn from him. He is not succumbing to his wounds, but it seems like there's something more being taken from him. As he begins to breathe labored, he reaches up and he grabs you by the shoulder. Manzerek. His eyes begin to scan as if he can't see you, as he's calling to you.
Tell him, just get
No. The tree, Manzerek. The tree. It's here. It's beneath Drimmort. The same ichor is beneath. It's beneath the tree. You have to find it. You have to stop it, Manzerek. The boy's the key. Each one closes the doors. There are 4 doors, Manzerek. He reaches down, he grabs the pin that holds his cloak. He undoes it, and as he does so, he begins to extend it up to you. The pin, the symbol of the Nuit Darrum. I know I never properly got to initiate you into the druidic faith. But I think you're ready. Because you kind of have to be now. His head rolls back, and you see all life drain.
Just close his eyes. Just kind of like being there for a while.
And so, as this goes on, you see the vegetation slowly begin to recede and dissipate. You see the lichen on the wall begin to shrivel, leaving nothing but brittle stalks and vines on the wall. And even the roots from the trees seem to lose their grip on the ground as they try to recede back up into the ceiling, stopping only a few inches as they do so.
I'd make my way to Manzerek and just like, assuming you're still kind of like holding him, kneel down and put my arm on your back. Sarah, I'm sorry.
I will turn to you and like look straight at you and be like, it is my responsibility now. From now until the day I die, or the day you die, I will protect you.
Still in the rage state, I would be like,
He didn't have what it took. Figures. Bye for now, Perry.
and the rage will.
I quietly just kind of soften myself. It's like, after like make fun of my master, just like,
Ash walks up and forces his head between you and his master.
I let Ash do
tense up
anything.
because last I remember he was biting ankles.
It seems like in that moment, Ash just wants to be there, but he's not like trying to tear him from you.
No, I 100% let him do his thing.
Ash lays his head onto Darrum's chest, and you see him kind of like start rolling his head as if he's trying to get Darrum to move again.
I will personally be dropped down to my knees, like breathing very heavy, like coming out of the rage.
It's not irreverent. I would. So I feel Perry feels guilty about feeling irreverent. Like I know you didn't ask about damage, but like Perry's like I killed him, and that sucks.
And this would be the first
The
time.
first time he's ever actually killed.
And
He just kind of sobs. Like buries his head next to where Darrum is. You know, without any connection. It's a loss of life.
Can I have that scroll?
sort of picking up what you want to do with it. I open it up. Just like, if you'll give me 10 minutes,
That's fine.
I'd like to do what I do best. And can I sort of try to examine his exact cause of death? Like, I know the axe didn't help, but I know my magic should have stopped that.
Correct. Yes, roll me a knowledge arcana.
So close to a 20. 26.
As you begin kind of like rolling your hand over him and examining him, he died from necromantic energy. It seems like whatever had taken him over seems to be the antithesis of life. And him being subjected to it, or it focusing so hard on him, was just more than his body could handle. You get a strong feeling that the longer a creature is subjected to this, the more likely it is that they will eventually die from
So with that, Isaac would almost look at Perry, make sure I catch your eye, give just a shaking head, and I would loot the body in terms of, I'm just saying what he has because I know he had that food.
it. Okay.
I'm not gonna like start just tearing clothes off of him, but as I examine, I'm like, oh, he has this thing that could be useful to us.
So,
And I would purposely get like a tuft of hair and almost take it off and put it in a little vial, seal it. Resurrection is a very powerful thing. And that's sort of, I either offer it to you. One of the components for reincarnation is a body part of the person.
I take it and I'm like, oh crap, I don't know what to do with that.
It's like, I feel like that's almost a past life coming out of, like, I know that that's useful to have. Anyways,
He chops off my hand.
I thought about it, but I was like, I would be.
oh no, I would not be dead. Resurrection is a very powerful thing. His head.
It's just happy to remember him by.
Alas, poor Darrum. I knew him, Dr. Dome.
Damon approaches Algerel. His sword's still out, but there's a peculiar expression on his face. Thank you.
Of course, fam. I wasn't entirely certain what we were fighting for, but I'm here for it.
It wasn't your fight, but thank you.
Neither were the blind frogs, he says as he kind of like punches you in the arm.
I look down. Alright.
Loot the body?
Yes.
What?
So,
Reverently loot the body, thank you.
you have
If I were a Justicar,
the signet of Nuit Barim. You see he has a satchel at his side. When you open, kind of like move the tattered cloak to the side to see that satchel, You notice that satchel you have seen one time before. You have seen one other time. And that was on the belt of Beltherismaya, the High Druid. That is her satchel.
So if you start taking that,
I'm not stopping you from taking anything of this.
Roll me a spellcraft. Or you can take a 10. That's also a thing.
I'm going to take a 10, 16.
You do not know what this is.
I'm gonna take a 10, 17.
You do not know what this is.
I'm gonna take.
I also rolled and didn't get out.
I'm gonna take a 10.
18
21.
Oh,
It's 15 plus the.
level of the caster. Caster level to make the out.
You still don't know what it is.
Who was it again? Sorry.
Beltherismaya. Beltherismaya.
Powerful stuff there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you cannot identify what that pouch is or what it does.
Womp womp.
I can guess
I'm
something
gonna
on
roll
it.
it.
Magic loot.
You also find an amulet of natural armor, +1. A ring of rat fangs.
Actually, that's not one.
A suit of small hide armor. A masterwork dagger. And you find the golden flute.
You may roll me or take a 10 on spellcraft to identify what it is.
Roland was better, 22.
Ooh. Nat 1. Hit me with your best shot.
So, at one time, there was a powerful bard. He was a magician as well as a musician. He created magical items that could enthrall and captivate people. You recognize this as Mozart's magic flute.
Play it.
What do you get taking 10?
I rolled a 22.
With a 22, you recognize this as Pipes of the Sewers.
I'm sorry.
Indeed.
If the possessor learns the proper tune, he can use these pipes to attract 1d3 rat swarms if rats are within 400 feet. For each 50-foot distance the rats have to travel, there is a 1-round delay. The piper must continue playing until the rats appear, and when they do so, the piper must make a DC 10 perform wind instruments check. Success means that they obey the piper's telepathic command so long as they continue to play. Failure indicates that they turn on the piper. If for any reason the piper ceases playing, the rats leave immediately. The performed DC increases by 5 for each time the rats have been successfully called in a 24-hour period. Yes.
That is that thing. You also find...
Objective gun.
That is it. However, as you kind of look over the objects that he has on his body, you look up as the lichen begins to wither away and dissipate. You see that there are 2 hidden doors behind the vines.
Neat.
It is neat.
So I would sort of look over to Perry, seeing that you're troubled by this. Well, my good friends,
We all heard that.
Oh, 100%.
we all heard a bunch of things. How you're one of 5 keys to close 4 doors. How history is now being framed by these 4 snakes. Or snakeheads.
There's
Tell us more about the dream.
so we're just gonna disregard the possessed.
We'll figure it out.
It sounds no more or less crazy than what he's done before.
I mean no harm.
Did you remember that?
Yes. I watched it all happen.
And you heard the voice.
Yes. then it was not me. Nor could I do anything about it.
Are you not going to bring your master's orders?
Oh, I am.
Okay.
Well, I'm not.
We ceremoniously roll him down the river.
Into the sewer water. It's where
I would rather burn him.
He said something about snakeheads as well.
Yeah, for
What is he? Was it rambling or?
You had told us a little bit about your dream before, so I'm going to give you the reference back.
Yes.
I believe Barry's dream is an answer to this question.
So to go a little more into detail, I saw perhaps the past, whether it's all true or not. I seem to think it is, where my father was with a group of other adventurers, summoned an esoteric nightmare dragon,
I'm sorry, you what now?
and
Too many answers.
That's what too many edges.
an attempt to find another key. Apparently they had already, they had one or two, maybe three of them already. And they were looking for four more. That's the most of it. They failed in their attempt to capture this nightmare dragon. But my father was very young in this dream. I don't know what happened after that.
How old was your father when you told him?
Oh, he's old.
I am old.
Talking like 45.
I need to look.
Human's age. For age. Oh yeah, 45 is like middle age. An old human would be like 7.
I mean, perhaps
Yeah, imagine being 200. It's weird.
perhaps it's stress or something, but he looked very young compared to his age now. I have not met that long. Maybe 16 or 17 years,
Is this before you were born?
I believe.
Okay. Gives us a time frame. I would rather not have this very deep conversation in the middle of the sewers.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's get out of here.
There are definitely some things to think about, some things to consider. I look between Ragnar and Manzerek.
So I remove, I know he already did his body, but I'm going to remove like literally every bit of clothing off of him. And then I'm going to fold everything nicely, appropriately for them in my bags. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to scrape off any lichen still on the walls and lay them underneath his body. And then with a survival check, I'm going to set him on fire.
You can even take a 10 if you like,
I will take it
because you're not being opposed. So
down. That's going to be a 19. And I sit in silence until the fire is totally gone. So if anybody speaks to me in this time, I will not speak.
I wouldn't.
So this that he is going through right now is going to take the better part of probably an hour to 2. So if you would like to check the 2 doors or anything else, you can.
Oh, I would get bored within the first 10 minutes and be like, Perry, could you look at those 2 doors for us? Make sure nothing happens to our mourner friend.
Of course, but it's also out of random recollection in the dream there was 3 out of 5 keys.
Oh, congratulations on being the 5th. I totally wasn't eavesdropping when...
You're taking a lot of leaps there, but
Yeah.
I totally wasn't eavesdropping when the rat folk was talking to Manzerek as he was on his deathbed.
That would be a 23 to...
Could also have been a different use of the word key.
You check for traps, you say? You find no traps on the doors.
I open the left door.
As you open the left door, you see that it looks like a small resting area where that same vegetation, it seems like has been formed to make like a makeshift bed, but is withered and nearly completely dissipated. There is a small wooden chest sitting off to one side. There are very few creature comforts in this room. It looks like maybe at one time it was a storage room, and it seems Darrum simply walked in here, created the bed, put the chest down, and it is here that he had stayed for some undetermined amount of time.
I use open clothes on it.
As you do so, the trunk opens for you.
How funny would it be? Mimica has ranks in
It just knows.
spellcraft.
Pains.
So it pains open. It's like, I know that's the spell open close. It's the only one you would need to.
Of your...
I'm sorry?
Oops. Yes. Yes. What's in the chest?
As you step up and you look into the chest, you see it is filled with random objects. You see that there are like handfuls of small bones that you could probably determine to be rat bones. You see, like, as you kind of shift them, there's dead vegetation in there. It looks like just a collection of probably a mind slipping. Like something he would just pick up and be like, I need this, I need these things. As far as spell components or anything like that, you think they're useless. But you do find one thing. You find a collar. This collar is made out of leather, and it has these inscriptions, these kind of runic-like lettering around the collar in its entirety. And you see that same symbol that was on Darrum's cloak is on the collar.
Are the runes arcane?
They are not. You do not recognize them.
Linguistics.
You may, if you were looking at them.
I'm with Barry.
Okay.
I didn't really get a chance to declare. Linguistics 17. To know the ancient language of the druids.
When you look at it, you highly suspect this is druidic, but you cannot read it.
Right. Would not have known. It's not druidic. So when you know your shoulder, that's druidic.
Yes, it appears so.
Okay.
Fun fact, I rolled a 10.
Thank you, Dr. Tom. You're just full of his like know-it-all. It's like, yes, I know that too.
I'm not used to working with competent individuals.
I have a 19, taking a 10. Huh. We should probably give this to Manzerek.
Probably ought to.
Well, for Manzerek to give it.
Sure. Other?
Sure.
As you go to check the other room, opening the door, you see rats scatter. There are old chests, barrels, crates in this room, plenty of spaces for these things to hide and scurry away into. They retreat into every corner, nook, and cranny of this room as they...
Is there anything else in there? Besides crates and barrels?
That depends.
I perceive for things of interest.
You may.
With a 25.
With a 25, you begin to kind of look over the room, shifting things to the side. Rats kind of like scurry and move around there, running along the edges of the wall. You do see that there is a fissure in the wall, a crack leading from the ceiling down to the floor. And you see about 12 inches before it gets to the floor, it parts. You see that it looks like it had been weakened at some point, like naturally so,
but there are chips in the stone to suggest that somebody had purposely removed the rock and rubble out of the way.
And that would be me. Because I purposely removed.
There is none.
Oh, it's like
It has already been.
Okay.
Yes. So it is just a hole in the wall. What did you get on your perception?
25.
With a 25, kneeling down and kind of examining the hole, it is far too small for even a small creature to fit through, but not far too small for a tiny creature to fit through. You see rats immediately run into that hole that are nearby as they see that opening and they start and you feel like this is where they're coming in and out of. But as you examine the hole and you see the rats start to run through it, you feel a breeze wash over you. With that 25, the kind of putrid smell of sewage, right, is washed away and you can smell the ocean. Leading you to believe that in some distant way, this connects to the outside.
I can't squeeze through it. Right? It's that small.
Not even a small creature could squeeze through it, but a tiny creature could.
Do you have that? No.
Good.
If I wanted.
Give me an hour, sure.
An hour.
To reset credits first.
I'm curious. And I'm
You know what this is about curiosity, right?
I'm not
Leads to great things.
But I'm not a cat.
You could be.
This time.
You take a broom handle and you just foghorn leghorn him into the hole.
Undescribable distance later, his head just pops out the other
Lost
end.
It's just like some guy. He's like, "Oh, help! This hole was not made for me. Help!"
Is there anything of interest visible within, I don't know, 20 feet?
Inside the hole?
Why specifically 20 feet?
No reason.
Anything 5 pounds or less visible?
Oh!
Rat. Has to be an animal. Dead rat.
Red rat. So yeah, this path, if we were somehow magically small, tiny, we could.
It's good to know.
And it smells like it goes to the ocean at some point in time. You feel that breeze? And I just got, even with the rats around, it still smells fresh. I just kind of sit there for a minute. Because that's nice. And you can cutscene back to that.
What do y'all do? If anything.
I don't do anything.
Okay. So, fam, let me ask you a question. He says to Damon. Adriel says to Damon. So what's the plan now? You found your flute, you found your friend. We're leaving, yeah? We don't need to be here any longer. Just done.
I'm with him.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Merrill.
The only person you're talking to right now.
Is that a door? Are those doors?
These are 2 doors, yes. You came in this door, these 2 doors you have not yet explored.
So, if I overhear you say that, I'd be like, there are more doors! As we're looking through the barrels.
Right. Leading to not what we're looking for, because we've already found it. Feel me?
Can't find things you don't know you need until after you find them.
That was either very profound or very stupid, and right now I can't tell the difference, and it scares me. It's like, rare moment of clarity for the barbarian. Yes, that's beautiful. We'll get it tattooed, but right now we gotta go. I mean, we don't gotta go. But we could if we wanted to.
Where do you want to go so bad?
I don't. You wanted to go before.
Sense motive.
Don't lie to me, as I said.
9. I
don't have a bonus on it.
Which is weird for your high charisma.
It's not.
That's a wisdom. Yeah, sorry. I just realized.
17.
I was clumping it with diplomacy and intimidate. 17?
17.
Yeah, he wants to leave and you're not sure why. Burn says, I don't trust him. We should kill him.
Murder may be a bit extreme,
Yeah, extreme murder.
I'd watch it.
But I am with the skull.
I am also a little curious that if you killed him and you just put my head on his shoulders, what would happen? You want to know too, don't you? These are questions that need answered.
What is that and why?
It's a talking skull. It's the familiar, very high, powerful wizards, sorcerers. I know where other skeletons are burned. We can figure this out real fast.
Other skeletons don't have muscular systems.
He's got a point.
Make a zombie.
Ooh, can you do that? Also, zombies have flesh. It would be an animated skeleton. Learn your necromancy.
As fascinating as this is, I think we should start preparing to go back to the surface.
But why?
Oh, that's fine. You can leave it in there.
We should get ready to go back to the surface.
As soon as Manzerek's finished his emotions.
Well, he burns the body of his master. Why do you want to go back to the surface so bad?
Because I don't like living in the sewer.
Isn't that where the pirate cove is?
They live in a cove that is under the city. It's not the sewer, it's different.
Also, I thought you were someone who wanted to find an alternative route out of here that didn't go through the pirate's cove.
Yes, but I also don't want to linger this deep into the sewers.
It's going back a couple of, minutes, you said something about the dangerous section?
Mm-hmm.
Want to elaborate on
Oh,
that?
it's just full of death and horrible things. Subterranean bees, it's terrifying.
I'm curious. Are you curious?
I'm curious.
I don't have to be curious.
Subterranean bees.
I am so curious right now.
Oh,
it's awful here.
Oh yeah, there's the smell of sea breeze in that room.
Gee, it must be terrible to have to breathe that in.
after having a breath of fresh air, yeah.
I wonder what that's like.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Breathing? It's pretty good.
Didn't Darrum say that there was one of the snakes?
Beneath
Here.
Dramport, probably not in
I
here.
thought you said it was down here. Or where's the tree? Where's the tree?
That's
Beneath Darrum.
that's Manzerek's home.
Yeah, there was a lot
Home
going on,
tree?
but I remember that too. Tree under Dremport.
And there's
No,
Ichor under
it's
the
not
Or the
this whole
Ichor
town.
under the Ichor.
The Ichor under the tree under Dremport.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
I understood exactly what you were saying, so don't worry about it. Once
I got
his
you.
body is
The
gone,
tree
I will
beneath
start.
Dremport. Ichor.
Below.
There's Ichor in the tree where Manzerek is from, as well as Ichor beneath Dramport. And he
That's
didn't
not
even
what-
say
that's
Ichor,
not
he
what
said
it said.
Snakehead.
So once Darrum
We're
is
gonna
done
watch
being
this.
burning, I will stand up.
There you go.
We're all follow. The tree is the life tree of the world. It is the home of the druids. Ichor, the same Ichor that is here, is infecting the druids. Which means this Ichor will infect every living thing in the world within a small period of time.
Like his
Like his home, just like his home. Everything. If the druids and if the life tree are infected, the whole world will be infected. That is a promise.
So we need to report this to the High Mayor then.
No.
Why?
I don't trust him.
No.
We're not equipped for this.
I also don't trust the High Mayor for what it's worth.
Why don't you trust the High Mayor?
I no longer think it is
He's a
important
politician.
for us to continue spending our time down in the sewer looking for these 12 defectors, with the exception of finding them 2 more in our office.
Well,
They do not help us in that regard, then they are unimportant.
Well, I can tell you it's a curse. It's not a disease or poison.
We've also found 11 of them. Adriel says.
There might be one more. He's not one. He's directly stated this like 5 times.
Yeah, I have directly stated that I am not one of the 12.
Yes, you have.
Mhm.
I don't know what
It's contagious, isn't it?
I look at him and I'm like, it's okay, we can all cut the crap. We know that you are a defector.
I am not a defector.
And we are not going to do anything. Nothing.
Wonderful. But I'm still not a defector.
Who's the 12?
The bodies were so mangled, I couldn't identify them. I couldn't tell you. If I could look at them in some recognizable state, I might be able to identify them.
Then, if you are not the 12th defector, you stay in this facility. We find out more about the
Great.
200 horses.
Let's go out the door.
Did he
Collecting
not?
ashes as much as I can, not ashes of the rat, ashes of the rat, and putting them in a small pouch. And then I also look to you and ask if I can take the things that you took, and I'm going to bring them back to the force as well.
That presents you the leather collar.
Neat. I know what this leather collar does.
What do you get taking 10 on spellcraft?
16.
With a 16, yes, you do know what this collar is. This is the dire collar.
This leather collar resizes.
Right now.
This collar resizes to fit almost any size of creature. Once per day, on command, the creature that fastened the dire collar to the animal can cause that animal to grow larger and more bestial. The collar's fastener must be within 30 feet of the animal to do so. The animal gains the benefits of the enlarge person spell for 1 minute.
Oh, Rihanna's gonna be super scary. Really fast.
So you also gain.
Oh no! When he becomes a medium-sized creature, he's gonna be. Oh no! This is exciting. I can't get to level 7 fast enough now.
You also get an amulet of natural armor and a ring of rat fangs.
Okay, I am going to put them on, but I do not plan on.
There is druidic writing on the collar.
I start reading it out loud, and it sounds like the whispers in the wind and the ruffling of leaves.
To my star pupil and friend, may you find peace in the shade of the great tree.
Are we gonna cry again?
I do keep
I don't want the
arguing that it was.
No, I don't want
There's no RPG.
There is no argument.
I go straight to Melbourne.
But he did say that one of the snakes is in the sewers.
Are we giving it snake hands?
Right. One before.
Where are the doors to close to? Like, he doesn't go to a snake head. He goes to a door. You go to a door.
Do we?
You're the key. I haven't watched you do it time and time again.
Love?
That is what the key
Therefore,
do.
I am a key.
The ring of rat folk gives me a
Rat fangs.
Rat fangs.
Get right!
Gives you a natural bite attack.
Oh god.
Oh, the frog has teeth!
Empire.
It's like the Pac-Man frog where it's like, "Nyeh."
It's like that episode of The Muppet Show with Vincent Price.
Is it
Kermit
one-
talking to him, and they both sprout things.
Just like that.
Just like that everybody knows.
I can look at it.
Make a reference.
So we're all on the same page.
3 people watching it.
And
Are you
then,
watching it 3 times?
What if we go back to that room where all the bodies are and see if we can sort out
I want to go into
where the
that.
11th may have gone?
I want to go into that room that's got the runes in it.
Oh, shit.
The what in it?
The runes, the
The,
druidic runes.
On the collar?
Oh, they were. I thought they were something on the wall. Sorry, my bad. Carry on.
So just throwing this out there,
1d3.
what's the possibility of taking a rest? It's been a long...
What time of day is it?
You're probably guessing it's probably the middle of the day now.
Carry on.
I'm exhausted.
You also start to look like a rat after rat frog.
That frog.
Rat frog.
Looks like a rat, man. I didn't get something.
I've looked at that one several times and I forgot about that.
Sarah.
So it seems like we're staying down here exploring some more.
Damon suggested going back to the room with the 11 heads on the line. Eric was one.
Do we need to rest?
Yeah, I'm not ready. But that's fine. I'm.
We can also expedite a couple of things and try to make it back to the hideout.
We could go back and then plunge ourselves back in the water.
Why?
I would
Let's just continue. It's fine. I'll be fine. I don't want to go down to the sewer.
I also
We
feel
don't
like
have-
we opened the door that goes directly here.
Yeah, we figured out the path according to
That our new friend totally did. So
Adderall.
You don't have one.
you
Everybody else.
specifically don't get here.
And he'd still probably be fine.
So continue exploring, or go back to Bloody Massacre.
Or
Continue exploring as well.
there's these two doors.
That's the continue to explore option.
Continue exploring.
Open door.
It does not matter which of these doors you open because they both lead to the exact same place.
I assume so.
Yeah. As you open said door, you see that the water that rushes into this room immediately makes a left turn and then continues forward. You have seen this before from the hallway to the south. This is where the water turned to the right. You are now in the eastern wing of this sewer. As you step out, there is a door immediately to your right. This door opens into a small room with stairs leading down into it. But something that catches your attention as you open this, you see just down the way, depending on a perception roll.
Actually,
Nat 20.
I'm overwhelmed with grief right now.
With that nat 20, when you look down that hallway, you see from the door, the murder room, you went into the one side of it and there was a door on the far side.
Right.
You did not go
We're
out
back
that
to
door.
right now.
You see bloody footprints, twice the size of an average human's, with no shoes, barefoot, that lead from that door and continue down the western passage. And so what we're going to do with that information is we're going to ponder on it. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back in just a moment.